Welcome to IPO Pro. This video will give you a quick walkthrough of the platform and hopefully answer any questions you might have about how to use it. Now, before we dive into anything, let's go to the very first section you should look at. In the upper right corner are your account settings. Here is where you can update your name, email, payment info, and login information. This is also where you can change or cancel your subscription or trial. Next is your favorites page. Whenever you star an IPO across the site, it will be added to your favorites list right here. The next tab is your email preferences. You have the option of receiving our weekly calendar, the special reports and market reviews, the weekly winners, losers, and market commentaries straight to your email. Now these ones are important. These are your favorite alerts. For every company you favorite, you can receive an email alert for when they schedule, update terms, postpone or withdraw, and price. Now these can all be changed at any time, and if you don't want any alerts, just check this box right here. Okay, now back to the dashboard. This will be your home base. From here, you can access most sections of the site and get a good feel for the current state of the IPO market. These stars indicate your favorites. You can favorite or unfavorite an IPO from just about anywhere on the site. From here, you have easy access to the master calendar. This is a monthly view of all IPO activity. We have file date, trade date, street research beginnings, lockup dates, and postponements. This is very helpful for planning out your week. It's also easy to toggle by clicking any type of event you want to hide. Now, let's take a look at a profile. This is what a scheduled IPO profile looks like. Up at the top, we have our IPO timeline, so you know exactly where a company is in the IPO process. These dots fill in when a company is filed, set terms, priced, traded, when their street research becomes available, and when the lockup date passes. This over here is the offering data box. This is all deal-related information and it has a direct link to the prospectus right here. The quick take box gives you a good overview of the IPO. You can check out the underwriter's performance with a link directly to a screen for all of that underwriter's recent IPOs. You can also see the industry's recent performance by clicking on a link to the industry screen here. The fundamentals give you some good insights into the company. Clicking on them will show you how we calculate them. Once the IPO starts trading, we'll have early trading activity in the bottom of the quick take box here and in the upper right corner. Now let's go over to commentary. Our commentary page shows all of the most recent news stories, and we'll always pin the week ahead and the weekly recap post to the top of the page for easy access. The scheduled page gives you a view of the current week and a list of scheduled IPOs. You can favorite any IPO from here, and most of the columns on the site are sortable, as you can see in this table. If you want to print any page off the site, just look for this print icon. The priced page is a list of all recently priced IPOs. You can filter by date, sort any column, and favorite while you're here. The filed page gives you a look at the US IPO pipeline. You can filter by when these companies filed and sort by any field you'd like. The stats section is broken down into multiple pages. So let's start with the main page. The stats page contains all of the major market stats, including the number of IPOs and proceeds raised by month. Up here, we have the best and worst performers and links to screens and rankings over here. This is also where you can access the reviews and special reports as we release them. The stats pricings page shows the pricing activity by month or year. You can also click the number to bring you to a pre-populated screen to see exactly who went public when. The stats proceeds page has the same functionality. You can also click over to a screen from here. The stats filing page shows filing activity, also by month or by year. The industry breakdown page is a great way to compare industry performance for the past year. Every industry is clickable to a pre-populated screen of that industry. Now, all-time largest IPOs. We have global and US. This is a look at the top 25 largest IPOs over the years. Okay, time for screens. These can look a little overwhelming, but once you get the hang of them, they're really useful. Every screen, except for private equity and venture capital, has a landing page of total activity. For the underwriter screen, this is a way to compare all underwriter activity for whatever time frame you'd like. All columns are sortable, and you'll see the print icon right here. To filter by underwriter, you can either click within this landing table on the underwriter, or select an underwriter from the dropdown. Select your time frame and it will automatically run your search. In any of these screens, you can favorite an IPO or click right through to a profile. The industry screen works exactly the same way. The landing page compares all industries, and you can drill down to a particular industry by selecting from the drop-down or clicking directly from the table. The location screen also has a landing page. This table shows the headquarters of US-listed IPOs. The default is US activity by state, but you can also click non-US from the drop-down to compare activity by country. To drill down, you can either click in the landing table or select a country or state from the dropdown. The private equity screen doesn't have a landing table, it just defaults you right into a one-year list of private equity-backed IPOs. The venture capital screen works the same way. That defaults into a one-year list of venture capital-backed IPOs. The auditor screen has a landing table to compare activity by auditor. Hitting the plus sign will drill down into each auditor, showing you which underwriters and law firms they've worked with. You can click an auditor from the table or select one from the drop-down to run the screen. The legal screen has a similar landing table. You can click the plus signs here to see which underwriters, other law firms, and auditors each firm has worked with. Click on the law firm to run an individual screen. Now we're up to poll. This is a pretty popular section. You can rate IPOs based on their expected first day return and see what other users have rated the deals. Remember, you can only vote once per day. The site will not register your vote if you try twice. So that is the IPO Pro platform walkthrough. If you have any questions, this question mark up here takes you right to the FAQ page, and this video will be posted on that page if you ever want to watch it again. You can submit a support form from this page too if you have any questions that aren't answered on the page. Thank you for joining, and welcome to IPO Pro.